I was on my way upstate New York. I don't know whether you've heard of Queen Mother Moore. How many of you have heard of her? She is a black woman that has been in the struggle for black people's liberation for over 60 years. And when she came to our convention, she invited me to come to her birthday celebration. I think she's 87, something like that. 85? 85. And I promised her that I would come. And a Muslim is supposed to make his word bond, right? I left here Wednesday to take care of some other business in New York. And after I took care of that business, I stayed in New York to meet my commitment to Queen Mother Moore. Yesterday, when the cars came to pick me up, the only way I could get where she was through a Piper Cub plane, and I don't want to fly in something that small, because they might have a nut as the pilot who don't mind killing himself just to get to me. I like to be on a plane with a whole lot of people. Some that white folks think is important. And I know that God, at least I hope God thinks well of me. Play with those planes. So we were driving. And from the time we started out, Allah started giving me signs that I shouldn't go. And the first thing that I saw a brother driving the car, and as he turned the corner, our car was behind his. I looked in his face, and I saw great fear. I could be wrong, but the thought came right to my mind. The wicked are always afraid when they're planning evil against the righteous. Said, but the righteous are comfortable because they are to be led into the slaughter. They don't know what awaits them, but the wicked do know. So they're nervous and frightened. So I looked at that, the thought came to my mind, and I laughed to myself. Nobody in the car knew what I was thinking. Then a certain comedy of errors. Couldn't nobody seem to get nothing together right. I said, We got on the highway. The lead car was driving so slow in the speed lane. I mean, wasn't nothing going right. I just watched. Then the car that I was in was driving up on the lead car to tell the lead car to pick it up, and we had come to the point where you're supposed to turn off. He hadn't given us the right signal. So I said, let's pull over here. And when they pulled that caravan of cars over, I said, do you have a pencil? And give me some paper. And I wrote Queen Mother Moore a note. And I sent her a birthday gift that I was going to give her. I put it in a package. And in my note, I said, Dear Queen Mother Moore, I don't have it with me, or else I would read it to you. Dear Queen Mother Moore, I said, may this note find you in good health and spirits. I am at exit 10 on the Palisade Parkway on my way to you. But since I started the journey to be with you at Mount Addis Ababa, several signs have come to me that make me to know I am not to be with you in person. My spirit is with you. I said, please, though I regret not being with you, I must follow the guidance of Allah, lest I not be able to complete my assignment. Now, I don't want to hurt her feelings, but my assignment is more important than her feeling or yours, for that matter. So I thanked her and I prayed that God would bless her with more years of life, that she might live to see the fruit of her labor. And I gave her a gift from the Nation of Islam and asked her to give my love to all the well-wishers who were present. And I told the brother in the car, I said, now when you go up there, I said, you watch. I said, there are enemies there, and you will see them. And that will make you to know that I've made the right decision to turn around. They called me back last night to tell me that it was a place that it was very difficult to secure. It's on a mountain, but this is in a valley, and there are mountains around where anybody could sit up there with a high-powered rifle on it and deal. And the brother Ronald said when he got up to speak, 3 people went into bushes with duffel bags. And among them were certainly elements that feel that they would be doing God a favor to get rid of Brother Farrakhan. I want you to know, brothers and sisters, that even though things look peaceful, the enemies of Islam are planning daily, hourly, and by the minute to take my life. That's going on right now. And though Allah guided me yesterday, He made me to see a lot of things. First of all, I'm saying this publicly. Whenever I am to go someplace, right here from headquarters, nobody here said to me, I don't think you should go, Brother Farrakhan. We get so bogged down, we're not open to channels that will make you feel danger. And if you felt danger, you didn't say anything to me. In fact, I should never have left Chicago, except to do what I had to do for the nation. Now, why do I say that? See, what the nation needs, in truth, is a top security officer. That's what the nation is in need of right now. Because if we had a top security officer, I would have been advised long before Allah showed me any signs that I should never have gone. Number one, when somebody invites me, we are supposed to check it out so thoroughly, because if you just let Farrakhan accept invitations because he's the man in charge, and you forget your responsibility to me, Allah will punish you. My job is to teach the people. Your job is to make sure that I am alive and well to teach the people. That's all your function, male and female. You are to be a watchman. Now, I'm just going to give you an example of what it showed me. Maybe this is not the right place or the time. But I'll say this and then I'll get off it. You know, somebody should have gone in front, out of here or out of New York. Check the thing out thoroughly. Send back the lay of that land. And say to me, Brother Farrakhan, it will be difficult for 100 men to secure you in this place because of the terrain. And I would advise that you not go. Then if I went, know that Allah is guiding me to do something contrary to your best instruction, but at least you should go on record as saying, I don't think you should do it. And nobody said that to me, and yet people were feeling something. And in New York, when I pulled the car over and said, I'm turning around, I'm going back to New York, in the car, the brother said, all praise is due to Allah, because it didn't set right with me. Others came in afterwards and said, it didn't set right with me. Now, if something don't set right with you, don't you ever hold your mouth. You're supposed to say to me exactly what you think, exactly what you feel. Forget about my feelings. Tell me what Allah is making you to feel. Then let me reason with what He has communicated to you. Because believe me, brother and sister, whenever you go anywhere, my mind travels in front of you, searching as best I can to see what danger is there for you. That's the truth. Because I love you. And I want to know when you leave, I want to know that Allah will bless you to come back. So I try to think of all the things that I can think of that may come up and try to make you aware of that kind of thing. You have to do the same thing with your brother. And now, Chicago, I must say, you have the greatest responsibility because I'm here with you. And if anything happens to me that could have been prevented, most of you will be killed by the Nation of Islam. I don't mean to sound crazy, but the soldiers in other parts of the country will march on you and take care of business. Because if it could have been helped and you didn't help, then why should you stay alive? Because you got a responsibility. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now that's the way the FOI is being trained here, and that's the way it's being trained everywhere. Wherever I go, that's their responsibility. And there are certain things we cannot help. And naturally, if we can't help it, fine. But if through our negligence and our carelessness, we allow any life that is precious to Allah and the messenger to be lost, which is your life if you believe, then we may have to pay with ours. So I think we need to get serious about the work that we're involved in.
Yes, sir.
Because our enemies are not playing. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, last point. You know, don't let anyone among you cause you to think it's all right to hurt people that I love or even make them uncomfortable. Now, Brother Larry is my assistant. And he's not only my assistant, but all that I know of him, he's my friend. All that I know of him, he's my friend. You do not help me by hurting those who are trying to help me. You hurt me to hurt those who are trying to help me. No matter how good intentioned you are, false accusations that are never supported or not supported by actual fact lead to the destruction of the person who does the accusing. Our lessons tell us, why did we run Yaqub and his maid devil from the root of civilization? Why? Because he started making trouble among the righteous, telling what? Lies. They accused the righteous, causing them to do what? Fight and kill one another. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has always said to us, when someone accuses another of something and they cannot prove what they accuse the other of, then the weight of the accusation and the punishment, if it were true, has to fall on the accuser. If you accuse somebody of being a traitor in time of war, the penalty for treason by any national standard is death. Is that right? Right. When you accuse, you must have the facts, not the feeling. And though your feelings could be correct, you cannot pursue feelings. We cannot bring feelings into a court of law. The law deals with actual facts. And if you cannot produce the proof, then shut your mouth until you have the weight of facts on your side. Otherwise, you jeopardize your existence in the nation. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Now, you can be suspicious of somebody. Suspicion, the Quran said, in most cases is sin. Or in some cases is sin. Now, some people do things to make you suspicious. And if they make you suspicious, then be suspicious. Look, suspicious means to look under the thing. Look under the feeling that you got. And look under the thing that makes you suspicious. And if you find a fact, if you are an official, you don't need a witness. If you are a lying official and you say something that causes me to do harm to somebody else, Allah will protect the person that I have harmed following your advice. And Allah will punish that one who is bringing me erroneous information. Never worry about somebody harming you. If you are right, and I even put you out, right, and you are right, go out. Right. Knowing that Allah walks with you wherever you are. That's a test for you. Right. Take it, man. You'll be all right. But the one that lied to put you in that condition, he's going to be messed up. I don't care how high he is or she is. They got to come down. Is that clear? Yes, sir. But this is my friend. He helps me to be free of the burden of a lot of nitty-gritty things where I can think. That doesn't mean he don't make mistakes. But look, man, if anybody in here say they want to hurt this brother, I will come and kill you my damn self. Because you're not going to hurt nobody that's helping me in this work, and you're not replacing that help. I will have you or you myself. You're not playing with that which you can win with. We will tear you limb from limb. We don't care nothing about what guns you have, brother. We'll eat you and the damn gun. You don't frighten nobody. There are no facts in here because we love to study. We'll eat your behind up if you play with this. make no mistakes with us and force us to tear you asunder. Don't play with this. Don't play with this man. Don't play with nobody that's helping me. And don't play with no believer in here unless you want to die. Better get your act together. We don't play games. See, hypocrisy is mischief making.
Yes, sir.
Mischief makers want to frighten somebody. You can't frighten a Muslim. How the hell you gonna frighten a lion? What the hell can you do with a lion? You can't frighten a lion with a roar. He roared better than you. You can't frighten a lion with a gun. He don't know fear. But when he get on your backside, you will know fear. You will not be able to sleep at night for wondering who's crawling in your damn window. You won't be able to sleep by day. You'll always be looking over your shoulder because the guilty flee from death and no one is pursuing them.
Go ahead.
Get your act together. Same thing with women. Because you got hypocrite women just like you got hypocrite men. And you got women that play them kind of rotten games just like you got men that play that kind of game. But if you play with this, we'll end your life. You will not play with this, not this time around. Too many good Muslims will take care of business. There was a hypocrite woman once, always talking against Muhammad. Hated Prophet Muhammad. And a blind man heard that that woman was giving Muhammad hell.
Yes, sir.
That blind man tapped his way to her door. And felt his way in her window. And felt his way to her bed and her throat and slit it. And somebody reported to Muhammad that the blind man killed such and such and so and so. And Muhammad said, he's not blind, he sees. Assalamu alaikum.